Welcome to Carolina Chickens. Today we're going to do a day with the chickens, starting from opening the roost to putting them up for bed at night. So let's go ahead and let them out. Okay, now that it's unlocked, you'll probably hear Jamal calling here in a second. He's been calling. So we start by letting the big ones out, and they try to get out quick. Sometimes they let you pull the water out, sometimes they don't. There's Jamal's crow. We let them out, and because they do not play nice together, first thing in the morning we just kind of let the silkies stay in the smaller enclosure. They like to kind of cuddle up anyway. Well, good morning, Penny. Good morning, Jamal. So they kind of just stay cuddled up for a little while, and that gives all these ones time to, or these other two, time to wake up. So these two get out, move around, and then probably about 30 minutes or so, once the sun comes up a little bit more, I'll open up this other enclosure and put either the silkies or the two big ones over there. That way everybody has some roaming room. So like I said, this video is going to be kind of just throughout the day with the birds. And this is basically just step one, letting them out of the roost boxes. So, and we'll be back here in a little bit. Okay, it's been a little bit. The sun's come up a little bit, but it's still a little chilly out here. So I think what I'm gonna do is put the big birds over in the A-frame enclosure, and then I'll leave the silkies over in this side of the coop. That way they can get into their roost box if they get cold. So I'm gonna have to pause the video for a second because it takes me probably 5 minutes to undo all the wires to get that flap open. So I'll be right back. Okay, so while the video was paused, I undid the flap, let the two big ones in, and then redid the flap, put their water in there. I didn't put their feeder in there because I want them to eat the grass. Chickens are supposed to eat grass. So they eat onion grass and dandelions and all kinds of stuff. It's really good for their digestion, and they get plenty of pellets. I mean, there's literally food everywhere in here. Sorry, Penny. Penny's standing there waiting to come out. So with the big ones and with the little ones, they both get time in the A-frame every day. That way they can get some grass, get some green veggies in them, and bugs. They like bugs. And then they've always got their water. And then that gives these ones time to come out and kind of stretch out and walk around here and go into the other roost box and peek out if they want. There's the other feeder in there. And these ones always have food and water in here, and they know they go up in there and get it. So these ones get to walk around in here and stretch, and if one of them gets cold, they can go back in the roost box. It stays pretty warm in there. And then these ones will walk around in there and eat grass and stuff. I have to really make sure that there's no holes down here big enough for Cletus to get through, because she, again, she's a bully. Like, she is a sweetheart to me, and I love that bird. She is awesome. And Foghorn is also my baby. They're both great birds, but they're mean to my other babies. So we gotta keep them separate. My son keeps saying I need to put the offspring in here every time I say that. So I think I need to come up with a new phrase. But so they will stay out here or in the A-frame and you know, just kind of checking around for probably about the next hour, and then I'm going to move them. So I'll take these ones and put them over on this side and put those ones over there on that side. Main reason, other than these ones need grass too, is those two are egg layers. And Cletus will lay an egg pretty much anywhere. She prefers to get into her roost and lay it in the nest. But if she can't get to it, she'll just lay it wherever she's at. Foghorn, on the other hand, will only lay her egg in the nest, which they have over in their roost box. It's back here in the corner. So they make the nest back there. And, well, actually, it's Foghorn that makes the nest. Cletus just uses it. And Foghorn, if I don't get Cletus's egg out of the nest before Foghorn's ready to lay her egg, she will just kick Cletus's egg right into a poop pile. I don't know why. It is funny. But, you know, obviously I don't want the eggs covered in poo. So I gotta keep my timing down. Cletus lays her eggs at about 11 o'clock every day. Foghorn, she's a little different. Sometimes it's, you know, around that 11 or 12-ish. Sometimes it's later in the afternoon. But, man, so they will get their morning time over there, and then we'll switch them. So, but like I said a little earlier, this video is going to go throughout the day. So I'm going to go ahead and stop for right now, but I will be back here in about an hour or so and swap the birds around. Okay, I'm out here a little sooner than I thought. I saw on the cameras that these two were trying to get in here real bad. And that means they want to lay eggs. So give me 2 seconds. So instead of undoing the wire completely, I'm just going to open it up a little bit. And I just broke my paint stick. That's okay. That way they can come in, because she is trying to get in there to lay an egg. Now, Foghorn is not as routine as Cletus here. Foghorn didn't lay an egg yesterday, so she's apparently got one that's really trying to come out now. So it's a little early for Foghorn. But yeah, before I could let those ones in, I had to lock these ones in there. That way there wasn't any kind of negative interaction. So right now, we're going to take these ones. We're going to step over here and kind of guard. And we're going to open this up. This whole thing opens up a lot more. But I'm going to need both my hands. So give me just 1 second. Okay. So I got them swapped over. And those ones want me out of here. They don't like to lay eggs while I'm in here. So I'm going to secure this back. Probably get another paint stick because I broke that one. Trying to get them in real quick. So this does open up big enough to where a person can actually crawl through here. But they were in a hurry, so I just wanted to hurry up and get them in. I mean, I'm assuming when you got an egg in the chamber, it's a lot like having to go to the bathroom. When you got to go, you got to go. So I wanted to hurry up and let them in. They have both gone into the roost. So I'm going to hurry up and seal this up and get out of here. Okay, now we're all real sealed up. I'm going to talk quietly because I can hear Foghorns in there making what I refer to as predator noises, because she kind of sounds like the predator when she's laying an egg. I don't know why, but so I'm going to get out of here and I'll pop back in when it's time to get the eggs. Okay, back out here. It's been, I don't know, probably 10 minutes or so. And both of them laid an egg. So that is Foghorn's and that's Cletus's. Now, luckily, Foghorn was able to get in there first. So her egg is right in the middle. And then Cletus's egg is right off to the side. Had Cletus got in there, she would have laid her egg in the middle, and then Foghorn would have kicked it off, most likely into a poo pile, and then laid hers in the middle. Foghorn is very, well, I'm not going to say protective, but she seems to care more about her eggs than Cletus. Cletus don't care. Cletus just pops it out, and it's out, and that's that. And they're pecking at my boot. I think they want some loving. So we'll set that up. That's not good. Looks like one of the eggs got pecked. Sometimes they do that. I don't really know why, but sometimes they peck the egg. And it's normally Foghorn that pecks it, even though she tends to care more for it. It gets confusing. So this egg is no good. Luckily, she did not rupture the membrane, so they have never eaten an egg, which is good. You don't want them to start eating the eggs. They absolutely will. But as long as they never get a taste for it, then it shouldn't be an issue. But I have seen other people that have chickens, and their chickens will 100% eat their own eggs. And that just seems very weird, and I don't know. It doesn't seem like a good thing. You know what I mean? Kind of like cannibalism. So what we'll do is, unfortunately, this one, I'm going to have to get rid of it. So I'm probably just going to hook it into the tree line, to be honest with you. It's all natural. It'll biodegrade. And something out there in the woods will eat it. So, feed the woods, I guess. And then this other egg, which is Cletus's, is perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with it. But again, Cletus, she's kind of lays her egg and then disregards. Foghorn will lay her egg, and then she kind of hangs out in there for a little bit, and sometimes she'll lay on it for a little while, and then every now and then she pecks it. I don't know why. I could probably still eat this. I might go inside and see if this... Yeah, there ain't no sense in wasting it. All right, I'm going to make sure that inner membrane hasn't been cracked. Now, I do not recommend eating an egg that your chicken has cracked open for obvious reasons. I mean, there's a lot of potential contamination issues here.